I'm sure people want to know, like, how come, you know, caveman like me is with Lola. You know, she's all educated and professional, makes money. It's not what you're thinking. It's not the Mandingo schlong. It's the gift of gab. It's the gift of gab. That's how I got Lola.
It comes down to personality for men. Yeah. You gotta have a good personality.
Her boyfriend was a friggin' lawyer.
What? What's wrong with you?
I know, right? He had a Porsche and everything.
Jesus, and you got this guy
like muscle man,
like cleaning toilets or something at a hospital.
I was just hooded out. Yeah, man, pretty close to that.
No, behind the hood, he actually is intelligent.
Gift of gab. It's not,
and that's what got me.
Intelligence, gift of gab, good sense of humor. Gotta have a good sense of humor.
Yeah,
that's Marley. That's how I got Marley.
And throw in a little bit of schlong. Just a little bit.
If you got a kickstand, you know, you balance your way into things.
Welcome back to the channel. I'm Hank Strange. I have my friend Babyface P.
Hey guys.
He's Babyface P on YouTube. Make sure you go subscribe to him. Today we're going to talk to you about supporting your local gunfighter, you know, and how you can do that for us. And also, I think what will be interesting, because quite a few people are doing these kinds of videos lately because we have to. Situations necessitate that, but I think what some people are leaving out is how we finance all this stuff that we do. I don't think people really know.
Yeah, I think people think that Hank lives like a glorious life. Yeah, with his like millions of dollars. He has a swimming pool full of champagne.
Right. I do have a good life. I am blessed.
I think we both do.
I'm an American.
Yeah,
you know,
totally.
I'm relatively healthy. I have a beautiful wife and children and friends like yourself. I think the thing that you know, I thought this would be a great opportunity while you're here, because we met like, what, a year and a half ago?
Probably about that.
Something like that.
November of 20. Yeah, about almost 2 years.
That was before you came behind the curtain of what goes on for gun guys on YouTube. You were on the other side of it before.
I was a consumer of YouTube content.
Right. So what did you think, like, share that with people, because maybe people feel the same way you did. What did you think of gun guys like myself and a lot of the other big guys out there?
So when I first came around, I was like, man, this is going to be awesome. I'm sure they always are getting free stuff to play with, and they're probably just, you know, the money I figured was good. I was like, oh, he's not working. The money's got to be pretty good to support everything. Right. And, you know, the best thing for me was like, oh, free guns, or like, they're, you know, the gun companies are just courting you constantly and giving you all this stuff. And it's got to be great, which is not. Let me tell you.
So what did you find out?
Beg, borrow, and steal.
That's
minus the steal.
Yeah.
Beg and borrow is mostly what we've been doing.
Yeah.
A lot of companies won't talk to you unless you have a certain subscriber base. So like right now I have like, thanks to all 62 of you who have subscribed to my channel, including my girlfriend, you, Hank, Lola.
Yeah.
A lot of companies won't even talk to you unless you're 10, 15,000 plus, maybe 20,000.
And now YouTube's, because a lot of this conversation is a lot about YouTube.
Yes.
And now YouTube has changed what's going on, and you can't even monetize your YouTube channel so you get 10,000.
Oh yeah, so you need 10,000 views.
Yeah,
10,000 views before they'll cut you a check for anything you've done. So you got to kind of have a drive to want to do something like this.
Yeah.
Because there's no money to be made. When you're small time, there's no money to be made.
Yeah.
Nobody will talk to you. They just see you as kind of a succubus trying to get free stuff from them. So that's one thing. I jumped into a already moving train, which is great, because they already had like 40-something thousand subscribers. So you guys are already on the path to doing all the cool stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me starting out, like I wouldn't even consider trying to get a free gun or a T&E gun.
You're paying for everything, and that's
I pay for everything.
And that's what I did in the beginning of this, and that's what you know, and that's what I continue to do now. And I think it's important for people to know, you know, at the stage we're at, 50,000 subscribers, we don't have, you know, we're far from the really big guys out there. You know, if you want to know what I consider the big guys, the guys who are 500,000 and above, those are the really big guys.
That's the big YouTubers.
And I'll be honest with you, even those guys, I think those guys have a lot more power. And they should, because a lot more people are looking at what they're doing. They should have more influence. But even for them, they're in situations where they have to buy things or they have to borrow stuff. I think it's a little bit better for them depending on what's going on.
I think it's a little easier for them to get a hold of things because their name is bigger.
Right.
And I think companies are a lot more willing to sponsor people in giving them free ammo or, you know, here's a T&E gun, you only have to pay a third of the cost, things like that.
Yeah.
Where us, it's a very hard line. If you want, so that like my Poseidon, I thought it was cool. it wasn't given to us. I paid for this.
Yeah.
I mean, the tax stamp, we're still waiting on the tax stamp. Let's see, what
that's-
else are we talking about? The M&P, we had to...
This is a T&E.
This is a T&E. But
Yeah, so we don't own this gun.
We had another T&E at the time, and they won't give you 2 T&Es, so you had to either pay off the first one or
send it back.
And of course, you know, Hank wanted to keep it, so we paid for it.
Yeah, we want to review these things for you guys. So a lot of times that question comes up. So basically, to just like categorize this so that you guys know how we do stuff. We still buy guns.
Yeah,
I borrow guns from him, and I have other friends out there
People
who
have
lend me
good
stuff.
collections.
Yeah, sometimes
Walter,
my brother. Yeah,
Walter has a great collection of cool stuff.
Safety Harbor Firearms sponsors the channel, so that means they do write us a check, and that helps us pay for stuff. Like we have to, you know, right now there's a camera, there's audio, you know, there's all these things.
Ammo.
We have to buy ammo.
Ammo
We have to
cost
have
is expensive.
targets.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes if for example, when someone does send, let's say someone even just gave us a gun or they give us an optic and they're like, hey, you know, this thing is yours. That doesn't happen all the time. It's very rare. Patrick, I think, sees this. So let's say they do that. If they do that, they have not sent us ammo.
No,
we have to buy ammo.
Pay for the ammo to shoot it.
Yeah, we may have to put an optic on there. We may want to adjust something on that thing. You know, so that costs money. Then we have to come out here and make the video, which is our time.
Yeah, I don't get paid. So I don't know if you guys know this. Hank and Lola don't pay me for anything.
Right.
This is all voluntary. It's just because I enjoy doing this.
Right.
So
Lola doesn't get paid.
Lola,
I don't get paid.
Lola's a pharmacist. I'm a computer engineer. So
well.
Support engineer, computer guy.
There's always money that we spend doing this, and that's the thing that I want people to know. We're always spending money doing this. I also do a lot of traveling.
Yeah, I think most of the money, probably 90% of the money that comes in from outside places goes into making the videos. It's not like we're bankrolling, you know. You're not filling your coffers with all the money, all the huge bucks that YouTube is sending you, all $10
and we, you know, when we look at our taxes at the end of the year, or the beginning of the year, or whatever it is, we do our taxes, we're always paying more money into this than we're getting out of it.
Yeah.
So there's people who sponsor us, and people send us things, and people do give us stuff. And we have YouTube, and we're also on Full 30, and we put all those things together, and we're still putting in our own money. Yeah, I'm not complaining about it. I'm not trying to tell anyone out there to feel bad for me.
No, definitely not.
You know, I'm definitely able to live a life and do things that everyone can't do. The thing is that it's not an easy thing to do. And then with everything that's happened with YouTube lately, which basically what happened is that, first of all, YouTube does not take that much money from the firearms industry. I think there's a few people, NRA and 1 or 2 other people that they take money from. So therefore, the firearms industry advertising doesn't go on our videos in the first place, right? So we've got lower numbers in terms of monetization and revenue that comes in from that.
Even compared to somebody in a different industry making 50,000 subscribers in the car industry or in the beauty, especially the beauty industry, like the makeup tutorials and stuff. My girlfriend Marley loves makeup tutorials. I would imagine,
love watching those because there's hot chicks in them.
I would imagine they're making a lot more because there are relevant ads being placed on their channels
to what they're doing
that we can't get.
Yeah, or if you do car stuff.
Yeah, you can't get.
If you do car stuff,
you
get that.
A Smith & Wesson ad placed on it because they don't take ad revenue from gun companies.
Right, absolutely. So now what happened to make this even more difficult is that I think the Wall Street Journal did a report.
Horrible hit article on.
And there are bad guys out there. I think there was some jihadists, some ISIS guys, or I mean, people who we could put them in the category safely of being racist.
Oh yeah, no,
and all that kind of stuff.
Plenty of that.
And they were getting advertising, and then the advertising industry saw this and was like, they're mad about it. And then YouTube because we're in a restricted category because of what we talk about. And then YouTube gave them the ability to say anything in that restrictive category, we don't want our advertising running on it. And so everyone, not just gun guys, across YouTube, people who talk about lots of different things.
The money coming in from ads have basically slowed way down for everybody across the board.
So everyone, including us, is out there trying to encourage people to support them on Patreon. I think Patreon is a good way to support people. We've got lots of ways that you can support us. You can definitely watch our videos that have advertising on it. You can watch us on Full 30. We ask people to help us share. That helps us grow.
Yeah.
But Patreon, I think, is the best way if you like what we do.
If you want to directly help, Patreon, I think, is the best one because the money doesn't go, 40% to an ad company or doesn't get split up. where a lot of the channel stuff does.
Yes.
Comes depending on who's running it, full 30 or
absolutely.
I mean, money goes to different channels, different places in that organization.
And I think that, you know, there's a kind of like fiduciary responsibility that comes along with this, right? If you're going to go out there and ask people, this is kind of like, you know, you're in the subway, like I grew up in New York,
I really feel
your
like
hat
that.
out
I've seen
people are putting money
we talked
out there
about
for
this.
you.
I've seen a couple videos of people doing the same thing, and it did feel like that. And I don't think we want that to be the focus of this.
No. I think what I mean by like, that's why I'm saying there's a kind of like fiduciary responsibility. I'm not trying to make anyone feel sorry for us. If you do want to support this and help us do what we're doing, we would appreciate you supporting us and giving to us on Patreon. And also, Lola and I, we're very concerned when these kinds of things happen with letting people know. As you know, I get flack because I tell people, hey, someone sent me this as a T&E. Someone gave me this thing.
Yeah.
I borrowed this. You know, I tell people how I get stuff because I don't want people to feel like I just have all of this stuff and it's not, you know. And for us, we actually just started doing Patreon a few months ago, and people on the channel saw us saying, hey, go out there and support us on Patreon. And we just finally got a check for $100. And
pretty good.
Yeah, which is good.
Awesome.
And that $100, I used it. I put in like about $11, and I bought 4 boxes of ammo for some upcoming videos.
Yeah, for something cool coming up.
Yeah,
really
and you'll
cool.
see that Lola, I think, posted something on that because she wants people to know that we're not getting and going.
Yeah, it's
We've
not.
got money from people. Let's spend it.
Every penny that comes in off of advertising or even from the sponsors of the channel goes directly back to. A lot of it goes to ammunition, honestly. Yeah. I mean, so like I do all the ammo, all of the basic ammo, like 9 and 45. I crank it out for Hank and Lola. So my effort goes into my labor goes into making sure costs can stay down by manufacturing our own ammo.
Yeah, and we appreciate that. And if someone out there runs an ammo company and they want to help us out with ammo,
we would love it.
We would appreciate that as well. But the thing that's important, I think you need to let people know that, hey, this company supports us. You know, I have companies that support us. Yes, and we take all that money that those companies give us, and that's how we bring you videos on other things.
Yeah.
So if you watch my channel, it's not just about Safety Harbor Firearms, Andrew's Custom or Rand CLP that those guys sponsor us. It's about lots of different things, really small companies. We've got a build coming up with the Arrowhead stock. That's a small company, and we're spending a lot of money to do that video. I bought a integrally suppressed 1022 barrel and all kinds of stuff. You know, Arrowhead themselves sent us the stock in order to help us out on some other things, and that's how we put this all together and do stuff for you guys. And I just think it's like important for people to know that that I spend every single dime that comes in and then some. I take money from Lola, and we have 2 teenage boys. One's going to college this year and the other one's going to college next year. I've already spent their college money.
Better start getting it back.
Yeah, well, you know, that's just the way it is. I think they've got to go. That's just my personal thing. I think they've got to go out there and figure out how they go to college and stuff like that. Of course, we're going to support them as much as we can. But that's how we do this thing. I think people need to know that. Yeah,
I think that's the main point. Is Hank's not taking every penny that comes in and throwing it in a piggy bank and buying a brand new car with it.
Yeah,
it all goes back into, all of it gets funneled back into, and then like for me, I don't get paid. I do it because it's fun.
Yeah, I think you saw a lot of this.
I'm not complaining. I love it. I really honestly think it's fun. Like it's great. It's awesome coming out here on a weekend. Yeah, and then we get to give stuff away, which is cool.
Yeah, and as part of that, that's why we're trying to give away things to the fans out there who really do go out of their way to do it. Because not everyone could send us money, but some people share what we do, tell their friends about what we're doing, they comment on our stuff, or they just give us like encouraging words all the time versus all
really
like the hate.
It really because there's a lot of crap on the internet. It's really nice to hear people appreciating stuff.
Yeah,
even if it's just us shooting guns. It's awesome. Yeah.
I think one of the most things that we've done recently is giving away stuff. Like we gave away a gun. We gave away a rifle.
It's awesome.
Really nice rifle. We're going to give away some stuff from we're going to give away a really nice holster.
Yep.
You know, and we're going to give away a 50 caliber at some point. You know, coming up very
cool.
Yeah. So that's I just want you guys to know that yes, I am asking you to help support us in what we're doing.
If you want.
Yeah. And I appreciate it. And I believe my personal philosophy in life is that give to people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when you take from the world or you take from the universe, give back to the universe.
Yeah. I hope we do that.
I think
just
so.
by
I think we
creating
do.
content.
I think you do.
You guys creating content for you guys to enjoy. I hope you enjoy it.
Absolutely. I think, that pretty much covers it. I want to just remind everyone to, subscribe to us on YouTube. We're going to keep making these videos.
Yeah, no matter what.
We're gun guys.
No matter what, we're going to be shooting stuff.
We're going to keep doing it. We're also on Full 30, so check us out over there. The big thing is that we are on Patreon. We're on other social media, but we're on Patreon, and we would really appreciate you guys going to Patreon and giving what you can to help out the cause. And then also let us know what we can, what we can do, what we're not doing, what we could do, what you like us doing.
Yep.
And we'll keep working for you.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Without an audience, we would be doing nothing right now.
Absolutely. Yeah. I feel this the most when I go to NRA. I'm getting ready to go to the NRA show in a few weeks. I don't think you're coming.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. You're trying to stay out of Atlanta traffic. We'll get him to come to these shows eventually. He's got to work and actually make a living.
Yeah, I have to go to work 5 days a week.
Someone's got to do it. But I enjoy when I go out there and I see you guys and you appreciate everything that's going on. So I just want to say thanks.
Yeah.
In advance, I want to say thank you.
Come find him at NRA.
Yeah.
I guess it's throwing it out there. Go find him.
Find me at NRA.
He'll
All right,
sign
guys.
stuff.
Yeah, you know how I end my videos, right?
Peace out.